Guys, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to a new video, and today we are starting off with BTC USD on the 6 hour because I have something interesting for you. If you like the content, then please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click on all so you don't miss anything. Leave me a comment, share this video with your friends if you think that's useful. I cleaned up the chart a little bit. Actually this we could draw here to the bottom, then the golden pocket is here at 16,200. If we leave it here, then the golden pocket is still around 16,500. As you can see, the point of control, the red line, has moved on the Binance chart, not yet on the Bybit chart. There it's still at the golden pocket 16,500. But I think if we spend just a little bit more time here, then also for Bybit, the point of control will move to the upper side of the range, just shy of 17,000. Now, why am I starting off with the 6 hour chart is that it looks like we are kind of making ourselves a trading range. And let me take out the volume profile for a second. There you could say that this on the 6 hour is kind of our trading range. It's a little bit biased, and then the range that we add here on top is then a bit of a deviation, and now we are breaking back into that range. With that being said, I mean, this range of this deviation or distribution is a little bit too big in the factor of time compared to the trading range that we made over here. But you could see it like that. On the other hand, you could also say, well, actually the trading range was just a little bit bigger and we can still have that deviation, but then on a much higher level on top of this one, approximately at 18,000. I do not think it is very likely that we go there now or anytime soon, just because the way this is setting up and playing out right now. What am I talking about? Well, if I take these out, and let me pull out the 4 hour. I mean, we had this triangle right here, but even if I would take that one out and then I would put a line right here, then that is still red. Let me make that white real quick. You could also say that we already had a breakout of this rising wedge right here, just like the one that we had for the future market for the S&P 500. Then we had a breakout, and maybe now we are getting a bearish retest, and then we can go lower. Target would be approximately the bottom at the 15,500. With that being said, the rising wedge on the S&P 500 already broke down yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Tuesday the 6th. And that also went with some volume. So far that looks like a confirmed breakdown. Target would be approximately 3,500. This one I think will take a couple of weeks to play out. Maybe we even go back up to retest here the resistance, or I would have to say support and flip into resistance. So it will not be if you're trading a short smooth ride into the park, but so far it looks like actually this is getting confirmed and we are going lower. This also went together with a bearish divergence here on the momentum waves, which actually already started to lead the dance. Higher high on the price, lower high in the momentum waves. Money flow already came down. So actually here for the S&P 500 futures, this was just absolute textbook. Then the dollar index real quick. We talked about it already earlier a few times this week. We also here have a gigantic bullish divergence on the daily chart. Completely confirmed momentum wave, higher green dot. Price is now slowly moving higher. Of course, this needs to have follow through in the next few days or weeks. If we are again starting to make a new low, then of course the question is, do we still have a bullish divergence here on the momentum wave? If we do, with this, with let's say a newer low, then the scenario could still be in play. Of course, when the momentum wave goes much deeper, then the scenario of a big bullish divergence on the daily candles is completely out the window. But I have to say, on the bull side, it doesn't look all too bad. The money flow is just slightly in the red, not really falling through like a thick bleeding money flow, and the momentum waves are already coming up, and we had now quite some time from September on to put this high in and now going lower. So for me it would make absolute sense if we are trying to make a lower high or an equal high, or maybe even break this high in the next couple weeks to come. For Bitcoin, where I'm looking at, well, I said it already, the bottom here actually at the 15,500-ish would be nice if we could retest it again. Let's say for whatever scenario that will not happen, or we will maybe not make the target, then I'm of course first looking out for 16,500, where we also used to have the point of control, and of course then the bigger one here at 16,200 ish, which also coincides with this cluster right here, so that actually is very nice. Let's say we suddenly out of nowhere start pumping and we go higher, then I first want to take out this SFP, so swing and fill pattern at 17,500. But if I take out these two lines as well, and let's say we will look very locally at this trading range that we have created right here, then, and let me zoom in here on the hourly, then it's better visible, then you can also see that we broke down of the range and now we are retesting that value area low. If we cannot come above this value area low again, right now hanging at 16,870, if we cannot break above, then that is then also a bearish retest, and then we can go lower again. If we will break it, then right away we have a point of control of that smaller range right here above us at approximately 16,960. So you see that the trading ranges here are pretty weak. On the indicator on the hourly, not so super exciting. There's not really a super clear signal where I would say go long or go short. Maybe you could say that this is a little bit of a bullish divergence, but the momentum wave is only slightly higher. And then if I then look on the 4 hourly, no, nothing major. I was actually hoping when this went up that we would create maybe a big bearish divergence. That didn't happen with the price going higher because we just smacked down, but it was, I believe, in the middle of the night for me. So here on the 4 hour, other than that the money flow is a little bit coming down, momentum wave lower, VWAP is higher, RSI is a little bit undecisive. 4 hour doesn't tell us a lot. Then quickly the 12 hour, I think we have talked about this already earlier. This actually is just very bearish, very ugly. Money flow is thick in the red, VWAP is higher, RSIs are split here on the top, so weak and now coming together while we are going down. So actually it looks pretty bad. The daily looks like it wants to print that red dot. VWAP is just a slide down. Money flow not really in the red a lot, just a tiny bit, but that could still have quite some follow through in the next couple of days. The fact that this momentum wave is also not so high compared to other momentum waves like here and like here and like here, it just also shows that there is quite some weakness in the market or low volatility, that there's just not so many buyers at this current moment, at this current price. So be careful. I have not opened a long or short yet. Like I said, I was actually hoping for maybe a bigger move to the upside to maybe take out the 17,500 or to have a retrace into the golden pocket. We missed that by just a little bit. If I pull a fib here from the top to the bottom, then you can see that we went to the 0.5 from this top to this bottom to the 0.5 and then lower, and usually, I mean, I was also asleep here, but usually I do not enter the short yet on the 0.5. I will try to do that usually in the golden pocket or the 78.6. But if you took that trade, then congratulations. Make sure that you keep the current and keep an eye on the current level, and also the rising wedge. If we go back in, then of course the pallet is pattern is invalidated. But if we just go sideways a little bit in the next day or 2 days, then there's just no strength at all in the market, and then you can qualify this as a successful breakout. So this would be approximately, let's say, 17,000-ish. So just $200 from where we are right now. If we have a push up and then we go lower again, for me that is then 100% confirmed, and then I will very most likely open up a short. I just want to see if this is not a fake out the next couple hours. So be careful what you're doing, but this is kind of where I'm looking at right now. If you like the content, then please do me a favor, like, subscribe, click on the bell, click, and also if you don't miss anything, leave me a comment, share the video with your friends if you think that's useful, and also feel free to follow me on Twitter and Instagram where I post multiple times a day. Thank you guys so much, see you next one, bye bye.